Hello, am I audible? Okay, Siddhi. Okay, chalo, good. So we continue the next part, that is with respect to prokaryotic and the eukaryotic condition, that is flagella. So we already discussed a few points. What is the exactly difference between the prokaryotic flagella and the eukaryotic flagella? But now we are talking about the kingdom Monera. So we have to focus on the structure of prokaryotic flagella. Very simple structure. That is, it is consist of the three parts. That is basal, body, hook, and the filament. That's it. Okay. So next part we are talking about typical structure of flagella, bacterial flagella. So should I continue? Should I continue? Okay, chalo, very good. So next part, yeah, Komal. So next part we are talking about bacterial flagellar structure. So structure, typical structure of flagella, which is present in case of bacteria. Okay. Just we discussed whenever we are talking about means last class we already discussed that is flagella basically it is entirely made up of protein, that protein nothing but flagellin protein. So bacterial flagella, okay, bacterial flagella, these are made up of protein, and simply that protein is called as the flagellin protein. Okay, so remember whenever we are talking about pili or fimbri, these are the made up of which protein? Pillin protein. Now in this condition we are talking about flagellin protein. So entire structure of bacterial flagella made up of the protein, more specifically we are talking about that is flagellin protein. Now when we are talking about that is flagella, bacterial flagella, these are the consist of the total three parts. Okay, it is consist of the total three parts. Number one, basal body. Number second, hook, and the number third, that is filament. Third one we are talking about, that is filament. So we are taking very simple structure. We are not taking too much detail about the bacterial flagella. We are taking only simple structure, that is basal body, hook, and the filament. Now what happened whenever we are talking about that is entire structure of this flagella, these are the made up of the protein. Which protein? That is flagellin protein. So these are the body, bacterial body. Suppose these are the bacterial body. So we are taking the rod shaped bacteria. Now inside this rod shaped bacteria we are talking about, there is a presence of this. Yes, we are talking about these are the plasma membrane. Plasma membrane we are simply represented by the word that is PM, plasma membrane, right? If this plasma membrane, it will be having very small structure like this. It's having very small structure, and in another condition we are talking about there is a presence of quite larger structure like this. So these are the two structure extension of the outer side. So definitely we already discussed whenever we are talking about the long size comparatively. So that long size nothing but these are called as the pili, and the small size nothing but we are talking about fimbri. Yes. So we are talking about these are the two part, that is pili and the fimbri. Both these are the made up of the protein, that is pillin protein, but it is get vary with respect to number, and as well as it is get vary with respect to size also. So fimbri basically these are the very small bristle like structure as compared to pili. Pili these are the quite long. Now we are talking about the third part, which is present outer side of the bacterial structure. So we are talking about the typical structure, nothing but flagella. So we are representing total three parts of flagella, that is basal body, now the hook-like structure, and the third one, that is filament. So I'm using three different color to represent this. Okay, ये बना हमारा hook, and now there is a presence of filament. Okay, so I'm giving one by one name. ये number 1 हो गया, ठीक है. Now this white color number 2 and this blue color, these are the number 3. So what is the meaning of the number 1? Number 1 nothing but basal body. So these are the typical structure which is present at the base. Number 1, these are called as the basal body. Base of the flagella called as the basal body. Now another condition we are talking about number 2. If you see, it will be having something a curvature. यहाँ पे क्या हो गया, ये bend हो गया. It will be form a like a hook-like structure, right? That's why this number 2, these are the simply called as the hook of bacterial flagella. And the third part, that is long elongated fibril. ये पूरे के पूरे fibril से, right? And now these are the called as the filament. These are the simply called as the filament. Filament is very simple structure made up of the protein. So these are the 3 parts which is present in bacterial flagella. Remember this thing, bacterial flagella, basically these are the totally made up of the protein, that is flagellin protein. Arrangement of the filament is very simple, monofibril arrangement without membrane structure, ATP not required for the movement, and it will be showing 360-degree rotation. This point is clear, everyone? This point is clear. What is the exactly difference between the pili, fimbriae and the flagella in a single diagram? Okay, Pratyusha. What about the others? Deepika, okay. Yeah. So should I continue next part? Sejal, Acha, Siddhi, Pooja, Deepa. Yeah. Should I continue next part? Yes or no? अच्छा, आपका lunch हो गया? Lunch done? Okay, Isha. Chalo. Yeah. So now next part we are talking about, that is what we say, flagellar arrangement. So these are the part of these, what we say, these are the part of the bacterial flagella, because if single flagella present, 2 flagella present, set of flagella present, so we are talking about arrangement of flagella. So to be continued, these are the simple structure of the flagella. Next part, write down the title. We are talking about, that is arrangement of flagella. Next part, arrangement of flagella. Okay. Now in this condition, we are taking these some few points. On the basis of arrangement, we are taking 2 basic conditions, flagella present and the flagella absent. So first of all, we are talking about first scenario, if flagella absent. Okay. I'm using minus sign, or simply we just write down absent word. Okay, flagella absent. If flagella absent, this condition simply it is called as the atrachus condition. A means absent. A for absent, A for trachus. Atrachus. Atrachus means what? Flagella absent. Exactly reverse scenario with respect to flagella present. If a typical bacteria, it is consist of the flagella. Agar flagella present hai, okay, present. So such present condition simply it is represented by the word that is trachus. Atrachus, flagella absent, and the trachus, flagella present. Okay. Now we are talking about different types of the trachus condition. Types means what? If single flagella present, then what we call 2 flagella, many flagella. So we are talking about that scenario. Continue at this point, we are talking about, that is under the trachus, where we are talking about, that is flagella present. So first condition under this trachus, we are talking about monotrachus condition. First of all, we are talking about, that is first one, that is monotrachus condition. In case of diagram, if you want to represent the monotrachus means what? Single flagella present. I'm not giving the explanation part, because just understand the image and you can write down your own. Okay, so no need to write down each and every sentence, not important. Now tell me, these are the bacterial body, and this bacterial body, it has flagella. So this blue color, we are talking about only single flagella. So can you see, bacteria, it has the single flagella. So such condition is represented by the word that is monotrachus. Got it? Now number second, if we are talking about amphitrachus. Amphi means two. Okay, amphi means what? Two. True trachus means two flagella. So diagram कैसे represent करेंगे? Now these are the structure of the bacteria, but flagella present at two opposite sides like this. So this blue color nothing but is represent the flagella. So what is meaning of this amphitrachus? Two flagella present but at two opposite direction. No need to write down explanation of that diagram. You have to read the diagram. आपको ये आना चाहिए because now you are the repeater batch. You have to understand how in minimum time without writing how we create a diagram. Got it? So second condition, these are called as the amphitrachus. Third, we are talking about the cephalotrachus condition. Cephalotrachus. How do we present the cephalotrachus? Now these are the bacteria, and now many flagella present but at one direction like this. Flagellas are present, but the direction what? These are the present towards this only one side. So such condition it is represented, that is cephalotrachus. Huh? Now we are talking about that is lophotrachus. Number 4. Lophotrachus condition. So just see the diagram. Now these are the bacteria. Okay. Such bacteria, it has flagella. More than one flagella, many flagella present. But now what is the exactly position? That flagella, these are the present at both the end. So such condition is called as the which condition? That is lophotrachus. Many flagella present but at two opposite direction. And the last one, fifth one, which is already asked in your examination, that is peritrachus. Peritrachus. Peritrachus nothing but that is, for example, these are the structure of the bacteria. And now flagella present all over the surface, on the periphery. Okay, peritrachus, flagella present all over the surface. And please remember, whenever we are talking about the peritrachus condition, the best example for the peritrachus, that is E. coli, Escherichia coli bacteria. One question which is already asked in NEET examination. Okay, what is meaning of the peritrachus? So peri means what? That is surface, periphery. Flagella present on the surface, everywhere. It is not present, it is present in more than one time, but now it is not present at the one place. It is present on the periphery. कहीं पे भी present हो सकते. These are the condition which is present in case of E. coli. Got it? This point is clear, everyone? Yes or no? Okay. Pooja, Sejal. Yeah. Okay, Sakshi. देखो, quickly just check. We are talking about that is flagella. If flagella absent, called as the atrachus. If flagella present, called as the trachus. One flagella, monotrachus. Two flagella, but opposite direction, amphitrachus. Many flagella, but only at one end of bacteria, only one side, called as the cephalo. Bunch of bacteria, many bacteria present, but at two ends, called as the lopho. And if flagella present on the periphery, on the surface, such condition is called as the peritrachus, and peritrachus condition is present in E. coli body. Got it? Because E. coli is Cinderella. Why we are talking about Cinderella? Because maximum experiment which is related to bacteria, most of experiment these are the performed in E. coli body. You can study that is cell cycle, cell division. If two flagella are present on the, it's called as the ditrachus condition. Okay, if two flagella present at the one side, ditrachus, but that is not part of your syllabus. In your syllabus we having only just 5 types. Yeah, तो हम क्या कह रहे थे? हाँ, so Cinderella. So E. coli, these are the Cinderella, because I called it Cinderella actually, because whatever we are talking about the experiment, even bacterial replication process, bacterial transcription process, DNA polymerase enzyme isolation, DNA ligase study, even recombinant DNA technology, insulin production, जितने भी बैक्टीरिया में एग्जांपल हुए हैं, the maximum these are the experiment. All these are the experiment research that is carried out the E. coli body, and that's why E. coli is very much common example in case of bacterial structure. Okay, chalo. So after this flagella, now we are talking about the second part, that is plasmid. And plasmid we already discussed in diagram, but now here we are taking some extra information about the plasmid. Yeah, should I continue next part? Yes or no? Okay, chalo, very good. Now we are talking about next part, plasmid. Okay, plasmid. Plasmid basically this term coined by the scientist Lideberg and the discovery by the Tatum. So we are not taking that much part. We are taking about what is the types of this plasmid, and we have to focus on the conjugation because conjugation it is part of our syllabus. So these are the bacterial body. These are the bacterial body. We already discussed there is a movement of inward movement of the plasma membrane that is called as the mesosome, and at the mesosome there is an attachment of genetic material, and such genetic material nothing but these are called as the prochromosome, or simply you can say these are the nucleoid. So हम nucleoid ही लिख लेते हैं, it is better. We are talking about these are the typical structure of the nucleoid, that is genetic material. And nucleoid we already discussed, these are the double stranded DNA coiled circular genetic material, because these are the genetic material of the bacteria जो कि circular होगा. Actually these are the highly coiled, but for the simplicity we just draw the only two rings like structure for simplicity. Now whenever we are talking about such structure that is nucleoid basically these are the part of main chromosome. Okay, ये जो न्यूक्लियोइड का मटेरियल होगा बेसिकली दिस आर द पार्ट ऑफ द मेन क्रोमोसोम, और सिंपली वी कैन से दिस आर द मेन genetic material which is responsible for the replication process, or what we say these are the responsible for the transcription, translation. So basically these are the main chromosome. But now what happened, except that main chromosome there is a presence of a small body. There is a presence of a small body like this, and this small body structure nothing but these are called as plasmid. And plasmid, this typical structure, it is present only and only in case of bacteria. Plasmid structure it is not present in any eukaryotic cell. कोई भी exception नहीं है. Plasmid these are the associated with the bacterial structure. Now whenever we are talking about that is plasmid, plasmid basically these are the free form, because if you discuss about the nucleoid attached to central mesosome, right? Nucleoid attached to central mesosome because these are the main chromosome. These are the main genetic material which is responsible for the replication, transcription, translation, and without nucleoid bacteria cannot survive because ये main chromosome है, main DNA present है. अगर DNA vanish हो गया, so there is a no formation of protein and the enzymes, so bacteria can't survive. That's why we can say it's required the stability, it's required the attachment site. That's why central mesosome play very important role during the replication, during the cell division. It's provide the attachment site for main chromosome called as the nucleoid. But except that nucleoid, there is a presence of plasmid. And please remember this point. If we are talking about what is the genetic material of the plasmid, similar है, that is double stranded DNA coiled circular. Genetic material means whatever we are talking about properties, these are the same, but we are talking about some important points with respect to plasmid. First one, plasmid basically these are the present in free form. It is not attached to any membrane. Okay, it is present in free form. They can freely rotate. Number second, plasmid it is not a main chromosome. These are the extra chromosomal genetic element. These are the extra chromosomal. These are the extra chromosomal genetic material or the genetic element. ये जो पार्ट हमने देखा that is nucleoid. Such nucleoid these are the part of chromosomal genetic material. Okay, these are the part of chromosomal genetic material. Chromosomal. These are the main genetic material because it is responsible for central dogma, transcription, translation, replication, right? So these are the extra chromosomal genetic material, that is nucleoid. But except nucleoid, there is a presence of some extra genetic material. Extra information is present. Double-stranded DNA coiled circular form, which is present in free form. These are called as the extra chromosomal material. Sometimes these are also called as the mini chromosome. हमने इसको मेन क्रोमोसोम कहा, that is main genetic material. Sometimes these are also called as the mini chromosome. Mini. Why mini? Because number of the genes these are the very low. And the next thing, bacteria survive and do activity without plasmid. Bacteria can survive. Bacteria can survive and do activity, perform their activity without plasmid. Without plasmid. That's why these are also called as non-essential. These are also called as the non-essential. So whenever we are talking about plasmid basically these are the extra chromosomal genetic material. And why we are saying these are the extra chromosomal genetic material? Because एक तो gene number कम है. If ऐसा नहीं कि plasmid it is very plasmid number it is very bacteria to bacteria. It's not necessary each and every plasmid, each and every bacteria is consist of the plasmid. No, it is not necessary because few bacteria they lack plasmid totally, because plasmid is the extra genetic material which is not related with any what we say central dogma, because these are the extra chromosomal genetic material, but it has some other function. We discuss what is the types of the plasmid during that point. But whenever we are talking about such situation, that is plasmid, nature is same. Double-stranded DNA coiled circular form present in the free form. Extra chromosomal genetic material, mini chromosome, because number of the genes these are the less. And most important thing, these are the non-essential part of bacterial cell, because bacteria can survive and perform their activity without plasmid. Got it? Without plasmid. That's why these are called as the, that is non-essential element. This point is clear, everyone? Yes or no? Okay, Pratyusha, Siddhi. Okay, chalo. So this part is over. These are some information about the plasmid. Yeah. So can you tell me, if you want to perform a replication, to start a replication, which site is important? We continue one point. If you want to replicate a DNA, which site is important? Which part is important? Yes, that is ori, that is ori site, or simply you can say that is origin. So please remember, plasmid, it has its own ori site, or simply you can say that is origin site. It has its own ori or the origin site. So because of this property, definitely we can say that that is plasmid, these are autonomous, showing the autonomous replication. So plasmid, simply these are the showing autonomous replication. It means that it is not depend on the main chromosome for the replication, because plasmid, it has their own origin site. That's why during the vector preparation, most of time plasmid they are used. Plasmid nothing but these are in natural body, these are the plasmid. When you make any artificial plasmid, simply it is called as the vector vehicle, which is responsible for the transportation of gene from one to another cell, from pro to eukaryote or from lower eukaryote to higher eukaryote for the particular expression. So that is a part of vector. So plasmid, definitely it has its own origin site and it will be showing the autonomous replication. Another thing, can you tell me, in case of this bacteria, replication, these are the unidirectional or bidirectional? Anyone? Can you tell me, in case of this bacteria, replication, these are the unidirectional or the bidirectional? Nihal, Pratyusha, tell me. Replication, these are the unidirectional or bidirectional? Bacterial replication, okay? और हम बात करें about the main chromosome, that is nucleoid. Main chromosome, or simply you can say that is nucleoid. Why, Pratyusha? Can you explain me, beta? Anyone, can you tell me? अभी आपने एग्जाम दिया है ना? Yes or no? 5 prime to 3 prime. I'm not talking about direction. I'm talking about these are the unidirectional or bidirectional. Answer is true. 5 to 3 direction, but it's uni or bi. Please remember, beta, whenever we are talking about replication, in case of bacteria or in case of eukaryotic system, that replication process, these are the bidirectional. ये हम आगे देखेंगे. But whenever you are talking about replication process in case of this bacteria, even in case of the eukaryotic system, these are the bidirectional. हाँ कोमल, these are the bidirectional. So we discussed this part in molecular inheritance chapter. But please remember, whenever we are talking about plasmid replication, because plasmid, it has its origin site. It's having its own ori site. So ori site means it can undergo the replication process. But now whenever we are talking about plasmid replication, it is not a bidirectional. These are the unidirectional process. Got it? These are the unidirectional process. So these are the exactly difference with respect to main chromosome, that is nucleoid, and the plasmid replication. Main chromosome nucleoid also, it is having its own origin site where it can start the replication process. By the mini chromosome, that is plasmid, extra chromosomal genetic material, these are also having its own origin site, and with the help of that origin site, definitely plasmid, they can replicate autonomously without helping of main chromosome. But remember one condition, replication कैसा होगा? Only unidirectional replication. Got it? This point is clear, everyone? Yes or no? Okay. Okay. Very good. Chalo. Now we are taking some part of the plasmid, types of this plasmid quickly. Nucleotide. एक minute. Nucleoid is bidirectional because they are ligand used for the opposite side. Pratyusha, why these are the bidirectional? Even entire replication process, these are the bidirectional. आप prokaryotic cell ले लो या फिर eukaryotic. Because now what happened? There is a formation of the Y-shaped replication fork. आपको याद है? थोड़ा सा quickly आपको revise करें हम. ये हम आगे देखेंगे actually. So these are the presence of the double-stranded DNA. Double-stranded DNA will be get open up. Open up होगा तो क्या बनेगा? There is a formation of this bidirectional Y-shaped replication fork. Now one direction, that is 5 prime to 3 prime. Antiparallel nature of the DNA, that is 3 prime to 5 prime. ये हो गया polarity. Helicase, DNA polymerase, single-stranded binding protein, they work together. But now what happened? One strand, it will be start synthesizing at this direction because direction of the replication 5 prime to 3 prime. तो ये एक direction हो गया. And on the other side, there is a formation of the another strand. Polarity same है, that is 5 prime to 3 prime. तो एक strand आगे जा रहा है, एक strand पीछे आ रहा है. That's why we are saying these are the anti-directional but bidirectional. Anti है, one strand is going towards this left and another one is towards the right. But now at a time during the replication, both the strands they act as a template and DNA polymerase replicate both strands. Got it? So that's why we are talking about these are the which process? These are the bidirectional process. And ligase basically it is, हम आगे देखेंगे इसको. Ligase, these are the end of the replication because one strand is the continuous, another strand is a discontinuous. That is also called as the Okazaki or the lagging strand. So that is a different process. अभी हम replication को introduce नहीं कर रहे, but please remember bacterial replication, even eukaryotic replication, these are the bidirectional process. Got it? Pratyusha, got it, beta? Okay, चलो थोड़ा थोड़ा लेंगे, don't worry, we'll discuss entire part. Yeah. So ये था about the replication. So just quickly check, is this any doubt with respect to basic information about the plasmid? Yes or no? Okay, chalo. Now next part we are talking about, that is types of plasmid. Write down the title. We are talking about types of plasmid. Types of plasmid. Okay. So one by one we are talking about first form, that is free state plasmid. Free state plasmid. Again, no need to definition. Entire information it is within diagram. That's it. We are talking about, that is plasmid. ये present है मेरा main chromosome. It is attached to central mesosome. So we are not taking too much detail. Just draw the two rings. These are the part that is main chromosome, that is nucleoid. Main chromosome. ओके और यहाँ पे प्रेजेंट है छोटा सा प्लाज्मिड. तो ये जो प्लाज्मिड है, these are called as the which state, that is free state. Free because it is not attached to any membrane. It can be easily float inside this plasmid. It is not showing the integration also. That's why we are talking about these are the free state plasmid. Number second we are talking about, that is integrated plasmid. Next part we are talking about, that is integrated state of plasmid. Integrated. Same diagram को हम construct कर रहे हैं. Now we are talking these are the bacterial body, but now there is some change. ये हमने draw किया main chromosome, okay? But inside this main chromosome, some part these are the plasmid also. So you can easily see the condition. क्या हमने किस तरह से represent किया है? We are talking about white color. ये जो part है, these are the part of the main chromosome. These are the part of the main chromosome, and the blue color, these are the part of the plasmid. But can you see what will be the changes? Plasmid genetic material, double-stranded DNA, circular coiled. Main chromosome genetic material, double-stranded DNA, circular coiled. So nature to same hai, right? So they can easily fuse with each other. They can easily blend with each other. Such type of this plasmid, these are called as the integrated state of plasmid, or in other language, these are also called as the episome. Okay, these are also called as the episome. Episome means what? That is, zoom means body, epi means main chromosome, and the extra chromosomal genetic material, that is plasmid, they fused with each other, they integrated with each other. This point is clear, everyone? Yes or no? Okay, chalo. Third one we are talking about, that is 6 plasmid, or simply it is called as the F plasmid, because plasmid it has some unique site like fertility factor, and the fertility factor which is present on the plasmid, simply it is called as the sex plasmid, or you can say that is F plasmid. And such F, it is represent for the fertility factor. Is represent for the factor, that is F for the fertility factor. Okay, fertility. Now, so first of all, we are talking about what is meaning of F minus F plus. We discuss the conjugation process very quickly, and then we discuss about what is the meaning of HFR strain. So should I continue? Komal, Shivangi. Okay, chalo. So simply we are talking about sex plasmid or the F plasmid. Very simple structure. These are the structure of the bacteria. ये one bacteria, right? Now such bacteria, it has the pili. So we are talking about there is a presence of this pili, but it is not a normal pili. These are the sex pili. Okay, sex pili. And sex pili basically further they can form a conjugation tube. They can form a tube that is called as the conjugation tube during the conjugation process. Okay, conjugation tube. Now we are not representing the what we say, that is entire structure. We have to just focus. यहाँ पे present है, these are the main chromosome which is attached. For the simplicity, I am taking only single ring. If you want, you can draw the double ring. और यहाँ पे present है, that is part of plasmid. On the plasmid, there is a presence of one site, and that site simply called as the F plus. Which site is present on the plasmid? That is F plus. So that blue color, it is represented plasmid, and on plasmid F plus site is present. F plus means we are talking about fertility factor is present, or sometimes these are also called as the male, or sometimes these are also called as the donor. Okay, so fertility factor जिस bacteria के पास present होगा, definitely that bacteria it is act as a male bacteria or the donor bacteria. Please remember this thing. In case of this bacteria, there is a no male and the female concept. We know very well. That's why bacteria, these are the showing reproduction by the asexual method, mostly binary fission. But we are representing word male with respect to only plasmid. Remember this point. हम bacteria को male या फिर female नहीं कह रहे. We are talking about if on plasmid fertility factor is present, that is F plus factor is present, it is represent as a donor, or we can say these are the represent as a male. Got it? So these are the first information with respect to male donor or F plus plasmid. Got it? Okay. Now we are talking about with respect to female recipient and the F minus. तो मान लो कि second diagram कुछ इस तरह से है. Now these are the bacteria. Okay, inside this bacteria, sex pili absent. Now there is a presence of this main chromosome. Now there is a presence of this plasmid. But now on the plasmid, there is a presence of F minus factor. Okay, F minus. And it means that is fertility factor absent. Such condition, it is represent as a female plasmid, or sometimes these are the also represent as a recipient. Got it? Recipient. So one condition we discussed, what is the meaning of F plus, that is fertility factor is present, and if fertility factor is present, ultimately sex pili also present. In case of this female, basically female plasmid, these are also called as the recipient because it consists of the F minus. F minus means what? Fertility factor absent, right? And if fertility factor is absent, ultimately sex pili also absent. So that's why we are showing the exactly blunt structure. Now what happened? There is a process called conjugation. यहाँ पे एक process होगा. That process it is called as which process? That is conjugation. We discuss later what is the definition of the conjugation. During the conjugation process, now what happened? Donor, they can donate, they transfer the fertility factor to F minus. So for example, there is a presence of this bacteria that is F plus who having the fertility factor. Such bacteria, they transfer fertility factor to F minus. Okay, so मतलब क्या हो गया यहाँ पे? We are talking about there is a presence of this donor, and this one we are talking about simply with respect to recipient. So F plus act as a donor and the F minus it is act as a recipient. Now what happened? During the conjugation process, during this process, F plus factor, fertility factor, it get transferred. इसको हम transfer करेंगे, fertility factor. And who donate that? Because the bacteria who has the fertility factor. So if it has the fertility factor, F plus, ultimately it can donate that factor. And another one who receive that factor, it is called as the recipient or simply represented by this F minus. ठीक है? तो fertility factor को donate किया, right? Now what happened after this donation process? Such recipient, ये जो recipient है, simply it is convert into donor. So initially what we are talking about F minus tha, and now that F minus it is converted into F plus. So recipient, it is converted into donor process. So such process simply it is called as the conjugation. Transfer of DNA, transfer of factor through conjugation tube, process called as the conjugation, which is occur between the two bacteria. One bacteria should be F plus and the another bacteria it should be F minus. Got it? But once fertility factor is received, now that F minus also converted into F plus. Simple process called as the conjugation process. This point is clear, everyone? Very simple है, ज़्यादा डिटेल में नहीं जाना है, but just remember what is meaning of F plus and the F minus, and such reaction, that is F plus, it is transferred to F minus, and now that F minus it is become F plus. That's it. Such simply process it is called as the conjugation process. हाँ, F plus remain as a donor, definitely. F plus remain as a donor, but उसने क्या किया? When he donate its fertility factor, ultimately F minus also become donor. Yes or no? Recipient donor bana because it's achieved this fertility factor. Okay, so it just transfer the fertility factor from one bacteria to another bacteria. It's depend upon the surrounding area. अगर surrounding में अगर F plus present है, definitely it can donate. But in surrounding area, entire bacteria they having the F minus, so there is a no conjugation process. Simple. Okay. Yeah. Komal, Deepika. Very simple process है. ये 12th में आप फिर से study करोगे in vector. So don't worry. Just remember there is a presence of this one plasmid, sex plasmid or the F plasmid. F represent for the fertility factor. If fertility factor present, act as a male or the donor plasmid who can donate the fertility factor, and who lack the fertility factor, it is represented by the F minus, act as a female or recipient. But after the conjugation process, recipient bacteria or recipient plasmid also converted into donor. Got it? This point is clear? Pratyusha? How this help for the bacteria? Komal, what happened beta? Fertility factor है, ठीक है? Fertility factor एक मान लो कि these are the way of reproduction, because plasmid we are talking about one side, there is a presence of the fertility factor. On plasmid, antibiotic resistance site also present, and you know that antibiotic resistance site will play very important role. अगर environment unfavorable है, inside the soil or inside the surrounding atmosphere, is this any antibiotic is present, so that antibiotic definitely kill the bacteria. But bacteria, it is having that antibiotic site on their plasmid, because antibiotic these are the extra site जो कि न्यूक्लियोइड पे प्रेजेंट नहीं होगा, that extra site it is present on the plasmid, so that antibiotic resistance site help for the survival. Same for the metal resistance site, same for the some toxin secretant site. So ये plasmid वाला जो site है, इसका सर्वाइवल के ऊपर कोई इफेक्ट नहीं होगा. विदाउट प्लाज्मिड also bacteria can survive, but ये कब यूज होगा? In harsh condition, under unfavorable condition, like metal stress, antibiotic stress, toxin stress. So that time plasmid play very important role. Got it? Komal? Okay, चलो थोड़ा डिस्टेंस से कंपेयर करो इसको, you will understand immediately. Now ये था नंबर what we say, हाँ number 1, number 2 structure. So plasmid basically is present in free form. Now I'm talking about next scenario, third diagram, that is integrated plasmid but with fertility factor. मान लो कि ये बैक्टीरिया है, these are the bacteria. Bacteria, it has the sex pili. So definitely sex pili present होगा, it means that F plus factor also present. But there is one change. Fertility factor it is not present in free form. Now these are the integrated form. मतलब ये main chromosome हुआ. These are the part of the main chromosome, and now some part of this plasmid they integrated with the main chromosome. On this side there is a presence of which factor? That is F plus factor. Okay, such type of this plasmid basically called as integrated plasmid. Just we discuss. These are called as the integrated plasmid, or simply you can say this plasmid is called as the episome. So I'm simply writing such plasmid, that is episome. And please remember, such type of this plasmid, those are represent episome, or simply we can say that is plasmid, integrated plasmid. That is plasmid, it is fused with the main chromosome, but that plasmid, it has the fertility factor. These are called as the HFR, episome and the plasmid integrated. So all this scenario, ये जो कुछ भी होगा, whatever we are talking about, fertility factor is important, huh? Episome means what? Simply main chromosome is fused with the plasmid. But now in this condition, plasmid, it has the factor, that is fertility factor, F plus factor. So such type of these bacteria or such type of this strain, these are called as the HFR. I'm writing the long form, that is high frequency recombinant. High frequency recombinant, HFR strain. Recombinant. Or sometimes these are also called as the super male, because fertility factor presented, that is male. But now what happened? Fertility factor, it is integrated with the main chromosome. So that's why we can say these are the super male, or sometimes these are also called as the meta male. Got it? So how do you understand what is the meaning of that? Episome integrated plasmid with fertility factor. Because of that fertility factor, it is having name change wise ka. Now that episome, it is not a normal episome. Now it is become HFR, that is high frequency recombinant, also called as the meta male, also called as the super male. This point is clear. Just check quickly. We are talking about three concepts with respect to sex plasmid. Number one, F minus, F plus, and now we are talking about HFR. HFR, plasmid integrated with the main chromosome, but that plasmid, it has the fertility factor. So such type of this condition, such type of this plasmid, simply it is represented for the HFR, high frequency recombinant. Got it? Okay. Yeah. So these are the first type, or what we say, these are the third type with respect to sex plasmid. First we discussed that is free state plasmid. Number second we discussed that is integrated state plasmid, episomes. Under this point we are talking about third one, sex plasmid, F plus, F minus, and now HFR, also called as the meta male or the super male. Now next part we are talking about a bacteria, superbug bacteria, Pseudomonas putida, oil eating bacteria. So next condition, next type of this plasmid, number 4, I think. Yeah, these are the number 4 we are talking about, that is degradative plasmid, who responsible for the degradation process. Write down number 4 we are talking about, that is degradative plasmid. Great scientist, Indian scientist Anand Mohan Chakravarti. Okay, Anand Mohan Chakravarti, he designed in lab, he prepared a bacteria. They form a bacteria. That bacteria, it is called as the Pseudomonas putida. Pseudomonas putida. Okay, and this Pseudomonas putida, it also called as the superbug. These are also called as the oil-eating bacteria. Oil-eating bacteria. All the petroleum product eating bacteria. Okay, one question, that is Pseudomonas putida. Now what happened? ये naturally bacteria नहीं prepare किया, because Pseudomonas, these are the very natural bacteria. But now what happened? Scientist Anand Mohan Chakravarti purposefully prepared a bacteria, and inside this bacteria they construct a plasmid. On that plasmid there is a presence of the site. different site who can degrade the petroleum product, who can degrade the oil eating who can degrade the oil bacteria. Because now what happened in on ocean, आपने ये सुना भी होगा, on ocean now what happened, there is a, whenever the transportation of that oil, is this any accident or anything else, so now that oil, whatever that crude oil, it is gets spoiled, it is sprayed on the water body. Water is polar, oil, these are the non-polar, they can form a coating on the water body. So ultimately what happened, now with the help of that atmospheric oxygen, it is not involved dissolve in ocean, carbon dioxide is not dissolved in ocean. Ultimately whatever that body, water body, it is get polluted because of lack of oxygen. Again it will be create barrier for the penetration of the sunlight, so photosynthesis bhi nahi hoga. So purposefully scientist Anand Mohan Chakravarti, he designed, he prepared a bacteria Pseudomonas putida, called as the superbug, also called as the oil eating bacteria. इसके क्या इंपॉर्टेंस है? Inside this bacteria 4 different plasmids are integrated. We are talking about 4 different, ये naturally present नहीं है, ओके, साइंटिस्ट चक्रवर्ती ने उसमें पर्पसफुली ऐड किया 4 different plasmid got integrated purposefully. And now whenever we are talking about what is the functions of that 4 different plasmid, only one function is exist or degrade hydrocarbon, digest or degrade hydrocarbon present in petroleum products. So definitely if you see the garage vagara, inside this garage area again there is so many oil grease are used. So if you collect the soil from the garage area and if you isolate the bacteria, even you also find out some unique bacteria who can degrade the grease, who can degrade that oil product, whatever which is used. So these are the very natural flora because bacteria is having such kind of this adaptation, and these are the very diverse. The kingdom monera is very diverse. They can degrade any type of material. But now Pseudomonas putida, these are the one artificial bacteria which is synthesized in the lab, and inside that bacteria total 4 different plasmids it is get integrated. And what is the main function of that bacteria? What is the main function of that plasmid? Degrade the hydrocarbon which is present in petroleum product like camphor, xylene, octane, naphthalene, different. So all these carbohydrate component they can degrade. Another one, the second function, ये तो हमने देखा, first function, these are the 1 point with respect to they can degrade the petroleum product. Now we are talking about that is second aspect with respect to that bacteria. Such type of this bacteria also used to control the pollution. So we are talking about that is such type of this bacteria, these are also used to control pollution. Simply I am talking about that is microbe. Microbe, it is used to control the pollution, and such process simply it is called as the bioremediation. Simply this process called as the bioremediation. Bioremediation nothing but is this any toxic molecule which is present in surrounding area, so that toxic it is converted into non-toxic with the help of microbe. Got it? With the help of microbe. So again it is play very important role to control the pollution by degrade the toxic molecule, by degrading the harmful component. So such type of this plasmid, these are called as the degradative plasmid. Clear? This point is clear? Degradative plasmid, example Pseudomonas putida, that's it. They can degrade the hydrocarbon, and such type of this bacteria, such type of this microbe also used in bioremediation. Bioremediation basically these are the one side, these are the one branch who responsible for degradation of toxic molecule. Yeah, got it? Chalo. Now we are talking about that is number 5th. Number 5th we are talking about that is R plasmid, capital R. Okay, R plasmid, and I hope you know R plasmid. R stand for the word that is resistance. R stand for the resistance. So for example, you can say on plasmid, antibiotic resistance site are present. And such condition is represented by antibiotic R. R means what? इस तरह से represent किया जाता है. Yes. R means what? R represent for the resistance condition. Sometime what happen? There is a presence of this metal resistance site which is present on the plasmid. So it is represented by metal R. Okay, it is represented by this metal R. Metal R means what? That is metal resistance site. Sometimes there is a heavy metal resistance site, UV resistance site, etc. etc. So few condition, bacteria again it is having some unique site who can protect from the antibiotic, who protect from the heavy metals, who protect from the harmful UV radiations. So such type of this plasmids are called as the R plasmid. R nothing but it's provide the resistance factor. Got it? This point is clear, everyone? So these are the fifth point with respect to plasmid. Okay. And the last one we are talking about number 6, that is TI plasmid. TI plasmid, nothing but we are talking about these are the plasmid which is a tumor inducing plasmid, and you know very well TI plasmid, it is present inside this bacteria, that is Agrobacterium tumefaciens. Agrobacterium tumefaciens play very important role in our DNA technology because it is mostly used for the transfer of genetic material. It's a natural engineer. So I'm not talking too much detail about that because we will discuss in biotechnology what is meaning of TI plasmid, but I'm talking about simple thing. These are the plasmid which is present inside the bacteria, that is Agrobacterium tumefaciens, which is present in soil. And now such TI plasmid, they form a tumor. It's form a tumor. T stand tumor inducing. Tumor inducing. Okay. TI tumor inducing plasmid. That's it. Only we are introducing just name. Got it? So these are the few points with respect to types of this plasmid. This point is clear, everyone? Okay. Okay. So next part we are talking about positive and the gram-negative bacteria. It's very simple because we have to discuss only antibiotic, which antibiotic is sensitive and which antibiotic is resistant. Sure. So next part we are talking about eubacteria, or simply we are talking about, that is gram staining. Gram, basically these are the name of the scientist, and such scientist first time identify whatever the bacteria is present in, they are divided into two categories, gram positive or the gram negative. Okay, gram positive or the gram negative. So now what happened? For that gram staining technique, first of all, scientists use the first stain, that is crystal violet. He used first stain, that is crystal violet, and crystal violet, basically these are the one basic stain, or simply you can say these are the one basic dye. एक dye है. Okay, these are the one basic dye. Basic. Crystal violet. Now what happened? When crystal violet it is applied on the bacteria under microscope, we are talking about result under microscope. Got it? So under microscope, all bacteria, it will be look like a purple color. So these are the bacteria, and such bacteria, these are the look in a purple color under microscope, because crystal violet hai, it can obtain the violet color, or what we say, these are obtain the purple color. So we are talking about this bacteria. Basically, they obtain which color? That is purple color. After application of crystal violet, you can say that is violet color, or simply you can say that is purple color. So pehla stain use kiya, that is crystal violet. Now again, second step, that is washing with the help of water. Second stain which is used, that is just 0.5% iodine. Second, what we say? Second, which is the dye used, that is 0.5% iodine. And such iodine, basically 0.5%, okay? It is act as a mordant, or mordant. These are also called as the fixation agent to fix the color. These are called as the fixation agent. Got it? Now what happened when you apply the iodine? Few cells, few bacterial colonies, these are the become colorless, and the few, these are the still present blue in color. Okay, few, these are the colorless, and few it will become colorless, because now what happened when you apply the 0.5% iodine? If bacteria means that is not belonging to any specific category, they release their stain. हम आगे देखेंगे. After the 0.5% iodine, now there is a next step, that is use the alcohol, right? And now what happened? Alcohol, basically they can dissolve one lipopolysaccharide layer. So we are not taking too much detail. So there is a one condition is used, that is alcohol, and alcohol basically they destain, discoloration of bacteria. These are the act as a destain. So now what happened? Ultimately, we are obtaining the result. Few bacteria like this, they lose their color, and finally few bacteria, as it is, they remain their color. At the next scenario, last which dye is used, that is safranin. Next dye, that is safranin, and safranin basically it is act as a counter stain or counter dye. And what will be the result? At the end, we obtain that is few bacteria, these are the purple color, and the few bacteria, these are the pink in color. Few bacteria, these are the pink in color, like this. So simply he gave the prediction that at the end we obtain the result, that is few bacteria, these are the purple color, right? And such bacteria, those are the present in the purple color. Or simply you can say that is violet color. Such type of this bacteria, these are the gram-positive bacteria. Which bacteria? These are the gram-positive bacteria. So after the gram staining process, under microscope, if you observe purple color bacteria, it means that these are the example of gram-positive bacteria. And if under microscope, after this staining process, if you observe pink color bacteria, pink color, so simply such pink color, it is represent for the bacterial category, that is gram-negative bacteria. Gram-positive bacteria and the gram-negative bacteria. Got it? So we are quickly revising this part. No need to remember each and every step. Just remember pink color, that is gram-negative bacteria. Okay. Purple color, gram-positive bacteria. And now what happened in this condition? First time scientist Gram, he used different stain, used the different dye. First one, crystal violet. Because of crystal violet, all bacteria they obtain the violet color. उसके बाद apply किया 0.5% iodine. After the iodine, what happened? The bacteria, those are not gram-positive bacteria. They release that violet color. They release that purple color because there is a composition is quite different. Now third one, that is alcohol. Iodine to use kiya hi kiya because we want to fix a color. If gram positive है, they can retain that crystal violet color. So we are applying the iodine. And if gram negative bacteria, they can repel. Again, we are talking about alcohol. Alcohol basically they are act as a destain the bacteria. Means is this any? It's not any true bacteria. True bacteria means is this any not a any gram positive bacteria. So अगर gram positive नहीं है, so after the alcohol application, now whatever that violet color is present, that entire violet color it will be get released because alcohol they can destain the color. And the last one that is safranin. Gram positive, they can retain the color that is crystal violet because we discussed that part. Gram positive bacteria, it has the thick cell wall. So that's why they can absorb, they can hold maximum crystal violet. While gram negative bacteria, they having the thin cell wall. That's why they lose the crystal violet during the alcohol application, during the different washing process. But जो हमने फाइनल में हमने जो स्टेन ऐड किया, that is safranin. Gram negative bacteria, they hold the safranin, and because of that safranin, now that gram negative bacteria they obtain the pink color. So crystal violet का color violet है. Bacteria who having the thick cell wall, they can retain that color, and now it is called as the gram positive bacteria. Another bacteria that is safranin. Safranin basically is the pink color. Safranin it is absorbed by the cell wall of bacteria who having the thin cell wall, very thin, right? Because जैसे आप alcohol का application करोगे, सारा के सारा crystal violet wash हो जाएगा. Now last wash, last application that is safranin. So gram negative bacteria they absorb or they retain that is pink color safranin stain. And under the microscope, at the end of gram staining, we obtain scenario with respect to pink color bacteria as well as with respect to purple color bacteria. Got it? This point is clear, everyone? Just check quickly, is this any doubt? Okay, just wait, I'll show you one image. Check the chat box. Okay. Bacha, check the chat box. Can you see gram positive? ये under microscope है because bacteria we can't see by the naked eyes. हाँ, ये diagram जो है these are the under microscope. After the gram staining because we are using the different color, हमें उसको stain करना है, हमें उसके ऊपर dye apply करना है. And remember this thing, in this situation basically cell wall they absorb the color. So depend upon the cell wall composition, bacteria divide into two types. हमें वो आगे continue करेंगे, don't worry, we'll continue that part. What is meaning of gram positive negative with respect to all parameter. But if you see the image under the microscope, तो जितने भी पर्पल कलर के या फिर वॉयलेट कलर के बैक्टीरियाज है आफ्टर द ग्राम स्टेनिंग, these are the example of gram positive bacteria. And in second scenario, pink color bacteria, these are the example of gram negative bacteria because they retain the safranin which is act as a counter stain. Got it? This point is clear, everyone? What is meaning of gram positive and what is meaning of gram negative condition? Okay, chalo. So quickly divide your page into two parts because now we are talking about exactly difference between gram positive and the gram negative bacteria. Chalo. So we are talking about that is difference between the gram positive and the gram negative. Before difference, we just want to take one example that is last class में हमने discuss किया था. Bacterial cell wall, these are the made up of the peptidoglycan. Peptido means what? Protein part, and glycan means what? That is sugar part. NAM and the NAG, N-acetyl glucosamine, and another one that is uramic acid. So these are the two types of the sugar which is present in bacterial cell wall. So now we are talking about on the basis of concentration, ये हमने concentration लिखा है, okay, CONCN, concentration of peptidoglycan. concentration of peptidoglycan. Two types of bacteria. Two types of bacteria. Gram positive and the gram negative on the basis of peptidoglycan, which is a part of cell wall. So divide your page into two sections because now we are taking some difference with respect to gram positive and the gram negative bacteria. पहले हम positive लिखेंगे, gram positive bacteria, and the next one gram. Gram basically is the name of the scientist, so that way you have to always write G capital. G हमेशा capital होना चाहिए because it is the name of the scientist. And the another one that is example of the or discuss points with respect to gram negative bacteria. ठीक है? So पहले हम बात करते हैं about the peptidoglycan concentration, that is with respect to cell wall. So whenever we are talking about that is gram positive cell wall, these are the thick, and when we talk about gram negative, it has the thin cell wall on the basis of this peptidoglycan. Another condition, whenever we are talking about the concentration, okay, we are talking about that is concentration. Inside the peptidoglycan, means inside the gram positive bacteria, cell wall is thick because concentration of the peptidoglycan, which is present inside the cell wall. So these are the high. So I'm representing high by the just symbol. And when we compare this point with respect to gram negative, the peptidoglycan concentration, it's comparatively low. So low here, that's why that cell wall it is comparatively thin. Okay. Next condition we are talking about, along with peptidoglycan, we are talking about peptidoglycan, there is a presence of some other part also there. Like we are talking about that is surface antigen. The next part we are talking about that is surface antigen. Surface antigen. Which type of the surface antigen is present? So in case of gram positive bacteria, teichoic acid, these are act as a surface antigen. Surface antigen means what? These are the identity of bacteria. जैसे हम कहते हैं ना कि E. coli present होगा, so on the E. coli body there is a specific type of the maltoproteins are there. If I'm talking about like HIV virus, it is having some specific type of this protein. So these are the scenario. Surface antigen means what? Something a specific protein or something a specific sugar which is present on that particular region. मान लो कि हम बात करें blood group A, right? Blood group A, it is having the specific type of the sugar like N-acetyl glucosamine, right? N-acetyl glucosamine. So now that is called as the antigen A because on RBC, blood group A, right? We are talking about blood group A plus mostly. So in case of blood group A, definitely inside this blood RBCs are present, and on RBC, the surface antigen hoga, that surface antigen, it is for the antigen A. If antigen A is present, definitely that person is having the blood group A. So such kind of this scenario, surface antigen, these are the identity of that bacteria, specific type of this molecule which is present on bacterial wall. So teichoic acid, it is act as a surface antigen in case of gram positive bacteria. But when we compare such point with respect to gram negative bacteria, so in this scenario, lipopolysaccharide, LPS, lipopolysaccharide, these are the act as a surface antigen, LPS. LPS, lipopolysaccharide, it is act as a surface antigen. नाम से पता चल रहा है, lipo means which part? Lipid. Polysaccharide means which part? Carbohydrate. Lipid plus carbohydrate, simply it is called as the lipopolysaccharide. Okay, these are the condition. So quickly we are taking diagram for the gram positive and the gram negative cell wall and the cell membrane. Simple structure ले रहे, we are not taking too much detail. स्ट्रक्चर कैसे होगा? नाउ वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट ये लेयर है, That layer it is called as the plasma membrane. So I'm writing just PM. PM represent for the plasma membrane. So same structure, that is plasma membrane, it is present in case of gram-negative bacteria. Second part होगा cell wall. Just we discuss cell wall, it's quite thick. तो ये जो पूरा area है, this one, these are the part of the cell wall of gram-positive bacteria. And we just discussed cell wall, it is made up of the material that is peptidoglycan material. But peptidoglycan material concentration is high, that's why cell wall also thick. Now when you compare this point with respect to gram-negative bacteria, so now ये जो cell wall होगा, now that cell wall is thin and it is made up of the same material that is peptidoglycan. Difference पता चल रहा है? Cell wall यहाँ पे thick है because peptidoglycan concentration is high, and here the low is thin layer because peptidoglycan concentration is low, it's less. Now just we discuss on this cell wall there is a presence of the surface antigen. तो हम बात करें surface antigen, तो टिकोइक एसिड यहाँ पे प्रेजेंट होगा on the outer side because it is act as an antigen, it is act as an identity. तो ये जो स्ट्रक्चर हमने ड्रॉ किया है which is represented by this green color, simply these are the one part that is ticoic acid which is act as a surface antigen present toward the outer side. But whenever we are talking about the structure in case of gram-negative bacteria, it is having the another site that is LPS, lipopolysaccharide. So now we are talking about the third layer that is LPS. And please remember, just we discussed that is LPS, it is act as a surface antigen, lipid plus saccharide combination, surface antigen. Got it? So on the basis of that, can we say that is whenever we are talking about in case of gram positive, only cell wall, these are the made up of the single layer, that is it is only made up of the peptidoglycan. But when we compare with respect to gram negative, it is made up of the two layer. एक layer होगा peptidoglycan का and the another layer that is lipopolysaccharide, because सेल वॉल के बाहर जो भी पार्ट होगा मींस आउटसाइड द प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन, सेल वॉल और लिपोपोलीसैकेराइड, these are the involved in the protection. Lipopolysaccharide, it is involved in the protection because it is present over the outer side, right? So no doubt the concentration of peptidoglycan, it is very less in case of gram negative, but फिर भी बैक्टीरिया सर्वाइव करेगा, फिर भी बैक्टीरिया they having some advantage in the form of LPS, lipid plus saccharide combination called as the lipopolysaccharide, which is act as a surface antigen. Got it? This point is clear. What is the exactly difference between the gram positive and the gram negative? And on the basis of peptidoglycan concentration, it is divided into two types, gram positive and the gram negative. Okay. Yeah, chalo. Now we are talking about next part. Mode of action. ये point important है question. So we are talking about one enzyme that is lysozyme. Lysozyme enzyme. So first of all, we are talking what is the mode of action. पहले वो बात करते हैं. Then we discuss about the activity. Lysosome enzyme, basically these are the responsible for degradation of peptidoglycan. They can degrade the peptidoglycan. Peptidoglycan degrade कर रहा है मतलब किसको degrade कर रहा है? Directly they can degrade cell wall. Okay, so they can degrade the peptidoglycan. Highlight this point. We are talking about one enzyme that is a lysozyme, which is associated with the lysosome structure, which is present in saliva, which is present in tears also. So we are talking about that is lysozyme enzyme. Lysozyme enzyme, whenever we are talking about, when we apply on the bacteria, ultimately that bacteria is showing the lysis. Okay, and same condition it is when we apply lysozyme on the gram negative bacteria. Now again there is a responsible for the degradation of the cell wall. So remember this point, we are talking about mode of action with respect to which layer? With respect to peptidoglycan. So now I'm talking about lysosome. It will be responsible for degradation. complete degradation or partial degradation. So when we apply lysozyme enzyme on gram-positive cell wall, in this condition, complete digestion or degradation of cell wall. Degradation of cell wall. Complete. And when we apply lysozyme on the gram-negative bacterial cell wall, now these are the responsible for partial degradation. Partial degradation of cell wall. Partial degradation of the cell wall. So we are talking about why we are saying complete और यहाँ पे हम क्यों कह रहे partial. Just we discuss lysozyme enzyme responsible for degradation of the layer that is peptidoglycan. किसको degrade कर रहा है? Peptidoglycan. But we know that whenever we are talking about gram-positive bacteria, it is consist of this layer, one layer that is plasma membrane. These are the plasma membrane, and towards this outermost side there is a presence of this another layer that is cell wall. यहाँ पे क्या present होगा? Cell wall. So there is a complete lysis. Lysozyme, they can act on the cell wall of bacteria, they degrade the peptidoglycan, and ultimately if cell wall get digest, ultimately bacteria these are they killed. Complete digestion. But now what happened when we compare such diagram with respect to gram negative bacteria? So plasma membrane present hoga. Again there is a presence of the cell wall which is made up of the material that is peptidoglycan which is degraded by the action of the lysozyme. But now यहाँ पे और एक layer present होगा that is LPS toward the outer side. Yes or no? Toward the outer side again there is one protectionist layer that is LPS. So now what happened? After the activity of the enzyme that is lysozyme, cell wall get digest, cell wall get digest. But what will be the scenario? One extra layer, these are the associated with the cell wall that is LPS, and LPS layer it is not degraded by the lysozyme. तो यहाँ पे complete digestion नहीं होगा. Now these are the known as the partial digestion. Definitely bacteria can be killed, but immediately kill नहीं होगा. They can kill after some time, after few minutes, after few hours. ठीक है, धीरे धीरे मरेगा, not immediately. So lysozyme it will be showing activity. What we say, immediate activity, immediate action on the gram positive, because gram positive cell wall they does not having any LPS layer. So जैसे lysozyme apply किया, ultimately that what we say, that gram positive bacteria they can kill. So that why we can say these are the sensitive, and when we apply lysozyme on the gram negative bacteria, definitely they are responsible for the partial digestion, partial degradation, because one extra layer is present that is LPS. Got it? This point is clear, everyone? Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay, Deepika. Yeah. So ये था first enzyme with respect to lysozyme. Now we have to discuss again two antibiotic. Number one penicillin and the another one that is streptomycin. So just continue the differentiation part with respect to gram positive and the gram negative. Next part we are talking about mode of action. So simply we are talking about gram positive bacteria, they are sensitive to penicillin. Sensitive to penicillin antibiotic which is obtained from penicillium. ये हम बात करेंगे in kingdom fungi. And whenever we are talking about gram negative, these are the showing resistance to penicillium. Penicillin, sorry. Why we are talking about these are the sensitive and the resistance? Because penicillin antibiotic they can inhibit the cell wall synthesis. Same lysosome की तरह काम कर रहे हैं. So what is the mode of action? The antibiotic penicillin they can inhibit. So inhibition का हम sign इस तरह से use कर रहे हैं. this one like this. So it is represent for the inhibition. Okay, it can inhibit cell wall synthesis. It can inhibit cell wall synthesis, or simply you can say it can inhibit the peptidoglycan. So definitely, if there is a no synthesis of peptidoglycan, ultimately there is a no bacteria can survive. So that's why we can say penicillin gram-positive bacteria basically sensitive to penicillin, but gram-negative bacteria, these are the resistant to penicillin, because cell wall synthesis होना stop हो गया, no doubt, but now there is a one extra layer is present, that is lipopolysaccharide. That's why we can say these are the resistance. And the last antibiotic, that is streptomycin, which is obtained from the bacteria. Streptomycin, basically these are the sensitive to penicillin, as well as we can say these are the sensitive to, sorry, it is sensitive to gram positive as well as sensitive to gram negative. We are talking about streptomycin in both scenario. ग्राम पॉजिटिव बैक्टीरिया ये भी सेंसिटिव है, and gram negative bacteria, these are also sensitive. And why we are talking about these are the sensitive? Because streptomycin directly they can inhibit protein synthesis. They are associated with the blocking, or they stop the protein synthesis. So definitely gram positive bacteria as well as the gram negative bacteria, they require protein and they act on the protein synthesis. वो राइबोसोम के ऊपर अटैक करेंगे. There is a no formation of protein, and if not protein get formed, means no enzymes, no other important growth factor, so it leads to death of bacteria. So that's why we are talking about streptomycin. These are the broad spectrum antibiotic who can kill gram positive as well as the gram negative bacteria, while the penicillin narrow spectrum antibiotic because it can kill only gram positive bacteria. So on the basis of that, we are writing some information. This part is over. Should I continue? Last point. Should I continue? Okay. So on the basis of that, we are talking about one sentence, that is antibiotic. Which one? First हम ले लेते, that is penicillin. World first antibiotic which is obtained from the fungus. Okay. Penicillin basically these are the example of narrow spectrum. Narrow spectrum antibiotic. And what is meaning of this narrow spectrum? It means that narrow means killing area narrow hai. It means that they can kill only gram G capital gram positive bacteria. Only they can kill gram positive bacteria. So such type of this bacteria, these are showing narrow spectrum condition, narrow spectrum. Okay. And the another one we are talking about second condition, that is streptomycin. Streptomycin, world first, not first actually, but bacterial origin first antibiotic. Streptomycin. Penicillin origin is fungus. It is obtained from the fungi origin. And whenever we are talking about that is streptomycin origin. Bacteria origin. And that streptomycin, it is example of broad spectrum. Broad spectrum antibiotic. And what is meaning of the broad spectrum? It means that broad A, potential is ka broad A. It means that it can kill both gram positive as well as gram negative bacteria. Gram positive as well as they can kill gram positive as well as the gram negative bacteria. Okay. So that's why now what happened? Penicillin, it will be showing the limited killing area. That's why we can say these are the narrow spectrum. Streptomycin, they act on the protein synthesis. So definitely if protein get blocked, no functional, that bacteria is not showing the activity, it is not a functional. So it can known as the broad spectrum because it can kill gram positive bacteria as well as the gram negative also. Okay. अभी रिसेंटली बिकॉज ईयर टू ईयर एंटीबायोटिक चेंज होता रहता है. नाउ जो अभी ज्यादा चलता है, इवन डॉक्टर भी जो प्रिस्क्राइब करके देते, दैट इज अजिथ्रोमाइसिन. Even now for the COVID treatment also azithromycin antibiotic they use, means as a part of the treatment azithromycin, or if you have any cold or is this any bacterial infection, whatever, means if you are having any attack, pathogen attack, so doctor gives you simple dose, 3 days, 5 days, 8 days, 10 days, so that is a dose of antibiotic, that is azithromycin, because azithromycin जो currently use किया जा रहा है, that is also example of the broad spectrum antibiotic who kill gram positive as well as the gram negative bacteria. Got it? Komal, got it beta? Okay, chalo. So now today we end this session, that is difference with respect to gram positive and the gram negative bacteria. Very simple, and this part these are the similar to microbe. एक बार revise करो, it's very easy. Just try to solve the questions from the assignment. You will get these so different questions. Try to understand the language of the question. और जितना ज़्यादा question की practice करोगे, आपके लिए benefit होगा. Okay? Yeah. So for today, we'll end today's session. Continue with the whatever the part is remaining. We'll continue in next class. Yeah. Thank you so much. Bye bye.